thoughts on the career of Manny Pacquiao, and did you know him well?
No lo conozco personalmente, pero lo que sí te puedo decir es que ha logrado mucho en el boxeo y ganó campeonatos en muchas divisiones, grandes peleas. Creo que era el momento de retirarse, él ya está en el Salón de la Fama y la verdad es que un gran peleador.
Canelo Álvarez recently remarked how shocked he was by Manny Pacquiao's training regimen's ferocity. In jest, he even said that Pacquiao had outpaced him in his training sessions at 46 compared to 36. When these titans come out of retirement, it's unsettling. I hope he wins this time because I recall that his last battle wasn't excellent. While Canelo Álvarez expressed the worries of numerous supporters, boxing aficionados were horrified by his appearance during his battle against Yugas. Prior to the Mario Barrios fight, Canelo Álvarez likewise took comfort in Pacquiao's fitness. I have faith in Manny. His training sessions have been intense, and he is a disciplined fighter. Many current boxers lack even that level of strength, speed, and agility. In order to keep that, it should come as no surprise that many boxing fans supported Canelo Álvarez. Legends are aware of legends. One of the boxing greats who will always be revered is Manny Pacquiao. Boxing fans will always remember his discipline and style of life, and they will find inspiration in him, one fan stated. I hope Manny can overcome the loss at his election and win the championship at 46, said another fan. I love the respect among these two boxing legends, two of the all-time greats with huge admiration for each other. He has a lofty goal, and I hope he fulfills it.
Un gran peleador.
I don't know Manny Pacquiao personally, but I know that he's a great champion. It was his time for his retirement. He had already reached the Hall of Fame, but he's a great fighter.
Yeah. Basically, as you move forward, Canelo, and you look at.
A third said, I expect to see boxing fans truly celebrating the people's champion, who I see is training for it and will finally win it. I recall the cheers from the crowd when Manny Pacquiao defeated Keith Furman in 2019. Another was added. Canelo has been truthful about Manny. Manny Pacquiao's degree of discipline and training is unmatched by many boxing pros in this generation. He is extremely skilled at what he does and merits all of his laurels. Since starting his outdoor training sessions a few days ago, Manny Pacquiao has been more energetic and athletic, despite initially seeming to exhibit early exhaustion in his first batch of training film. Just prior to that, Pacquiao made a suggestion that he was returning to the public eye when a 38-second video of him rigorously exercising was made public. The Filipino, wearing basic sportswear, approaches the punching bag with the same tenacity that won him an 8-division title. Boxing Kingdom published the video with a clear message. The legend has returned. Pacquiao is getting ready to take on Mario Barrios, the current World Boxing Council welterweight champion, at 46 years old and nearly 4 years out of the ring. The bout, which is set for July 19th in Las Vegas, would pit two generations with radically different fighting styles against one another. Barrios, who is 16 years old, is playing well and has a winning run thanks to his consistent pressure and sharp jab. There is more to the battle than a simple comeback. There is a race against time.
Oh, let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
No.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What you say?
If you don't know much about boxing,
It's a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing and fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did
words,
against Rio.
in other words,
What do you think? You're an expert. What do you think?
I think like Gennady.
In the boxer camp in the Philippines, they are fully aware of this, and it appears that they have given particular elements priority in their training so they can handle hardship when it occurs. Therefore, a brief statement made by a member of Pacquiao's camp to IL Seekbox reveals a lot about their perspective on the match that would determine the World Boxing Council Welterweight World Championship. Justin Fortune Bub Fernandez and Pacquiao's strength and conditioning coach Sekbak was there to gather statements from Pacquiao's management, but it was an assistant trainer who ultimately gave him the inside scoop. When asked about the plan and his forecast, "It will go 12 rounds," he responded concisely. Therefore, it may be inferred from that comment that his own team does not believe Pac-Man can end the fight early. As a result, they have decided to hold a true marathon instead of a 400-meter sprint. Whether Pacquiao will have enough gas is the question. Despite the criticism he has received recently, particularly after his most recent bout with Cuban boxer William Skull, some of the greatest boxing veterans continue to commend Canelo Álvarez. Manny Pacquiao, who is getting ready for a comeback fight against Mexican-American fighter Mario Barrios, is the most recent to join the chorus. In just 3 words, Pacquiao summed up his opinion on Álvarez. Before discussing his opinions on Álvarez's impending bout against American welterweight champion Terence Crawford, the 46-year-old Filipino dubbed the Mexican a role model in an interview with ES News.
One of the role models in boxing. You can separate yourself from most fighters, being the face of sport.
Pacquiao arrived in Los Angeles just hours ago to begin his preparations for the fight scheduled for July 19th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The bout will be for Barrios's current WBC interim welterweight belt. Additionally, he gave Álvarez some advice and praised the choice to take on Crawford, stating that he thinks Canelo will win the fight. Pacquiao claims that the Mexican champion's strategy will center on strength and speed. Álvarez and Pacquiao have been buddies for a number of years. Emmanuel Pacquiao Jr., Pacquiao's son, trained with Álvarez and his coach Eddie Reynoso in 2021.
Did you get any sleep yet, Manny? Or morning? Any sleep yet? Let's go on the deck. So yeah, but you're still working out. They make clothes and woke up and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Actually, when Manny Pacquiao announced his retirement in 2021, Canelo Álvarez said a few final comments. Canelo Álvarez responded to Manny Pacquiao's announcement this week that he was retiring, as the former 8-weight world champion from the Philippines is now concentrating on running for president in his own country. Although Álvarez and Pacquiao have never faced each other in the ring, they are both considered to be among the best and most exciting fighters boxing has produced in the past 25 years. Canelo was quick to acknowledge Pac-Man's accomplishments, but also acknowledged that he is happy to see the 42-year-old retire following a lackluster performance in his most recent bout, a defeat to Yadenis Yugas in August. Canelo commented to Little Giant Boxing, "It's sad, but it was about time. He did a lot of things for boxing. He is a great fighter, a legend. The boxer released a statement confirming the end of his in-ring career after Pacquiao had hinted that the Yugas loss would be his final fight. As I hang up my boxing gloves, I would like to thank the whole world, especially the Filipino people, for supporting Manny Pacquiao. Goodbye boxing, Pacquiao said in a video. I find it hard to believe that my boxing career is coming to an end. Today, I'm declaring my retirement.
Canelo, and you look at where you stand in your career right now. Where do you think your legacy is, and how far short is it of standing as the greatest fighter in Mexico history?
I don't know. But I just wanna say, I just wanna do my history, my things, and everybody's different. But I'm gonna try to do my best and be there in one of the best.
I would imagine that's probably a situation where you're not going to know that you're that number one fighter in the history of Mexico until you have reached it in your heart. Is that true?
I'm grateful that you changed my life. You gave my family hope when they were in despair and gave me the opportunity to fight my way out of poverty. Because of you, I was able to inspire people worldwide, and I have the courage to change more lives. I will always remember the things I have done and achieved in my life, which I can't even begin to comprehend. I just heard the final bell. I hung up my boxing gloves, but before the bout, Manny Pacquiao also offered his counsel to Terence Crawford, something I never imagined would happen.
We'll do our best. I mean, it's hard to say right now, but we work hard for this training camp.
What do you think about Canelo?
It's good. Canelo is good. And Triple G.
A few years ago, it appeared that the renowned Manny Pacquiao and boxing champion Terence Crawford might face off in the future because they were in and out of the weight classes. But in the end, these two never faced each other in the ring, which might have been fortunate given that Pacquiao appeared to be a completely different person in his last few professional bouts. Since then, Crawford has exploded up the pound-for-pound rankings by defeating the other elite boxers in his weight class, accumulating title belts, and improving his undefeated record. Crawford is now scheduled to face Canelo Álvarez in mid-October in what will undoubtedly be the largest payday of his life. Pacquiao will also be making a comeback to the boxing arena this summer on July 19th in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he will take on defending World Boxing Council welterweight champion Mario Barrios.
You were a smaller fighter fighting bigger guys. What advice do you give Crawford for fighting Canelo, a bigger guy?
Oh, my advice is make sure that you will focus on speed. Right? That's the problem when you move.
Without a doubt, Pacquiao, 46, is fully focused on his impending fight against an opponent who is 16 years younger than him. Nevertheless, Pacquiao discussed the Canelo vs. Crawford fight in an interview with Fight Hub TV on May 23. Despite this, during the conversation, Pacquiao was asked what guidance he would give Crawford on beating Canelo because the latter is a bigger man. I would advise him to pay close attention to speed. Pacquiao answered the issue is that your speed and power decrease as you increase your weight. He must thus concentrate on that.
Manny, you met Crawford in Dubai? Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
He got so scared of meeting Manny, he jumped up 3 weight classes because he didn't want that smoke.
3 weight classes?
Yeah, 47, 54, 60, 68. I'm joking, of course.
This is an intriguing juxtaposition of what Pacquiao probably needs to concentrate on in his own fight because the boxing community generally believes that Pac-Man will have to rely on his own strength if he has any chance of defeating Barrios because the latter is almost certainly the faster and more athletic competitor. In fact, another person has connected the Canelo Álvarez vs. Terence Crawford bout to one of Manny Pacquiao's previous bouts. Ever since the bout was announced, Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford have been the talk of the boxing world. The two contemporary greats will square off to see who is the best. It's a huge event on September 13th, and the excitement surrounding the fight is just becoming stronger every day. Trainer Teddy Atlas, regarded as a boxing guru because to his famous experience, has finally made his fight prediction. His analysis is always insightful. Additionally, Atlas highlighted a contentious issue in boxing history in a recent interview with The Ring. When a great lesser fighter battles a great bigger fighter, who prevails? Which appears to be the main idea of Canelo versus Crawford.
I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm.
Bud is going up 2 weight classes after he defeated Israel Medov at 154 pounds in his most recent bout. Atlas quickly pointed out that Madrimov had 300 amateur fights under his belt, making him a dilemma, even though Crawford may not have looked his best in that fight. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage, Atlas remarked in an interview with The Ring. Yes, the power and size Canelo has the upper hand. Then you abruptly turn around and exclaim, wait a minute, the other guy is faster. The other man is more cunning. There are more possibilities for the other person. The slicker of the other guy, perhaps he has the benefits.
To 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style at that moment, and he was fighting at a weight class that was foreign to him, and we had to give him a minute. Nobody wants to give anyone a minute in this business. You're supposed to be great, you got to be great every minute. But I gave him a minute to kind of get his feet settled at a new weight class.
Atlas continued by drawing a comparison between Manny Pacquiao's bout with Oscar de la Hoya and Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford. He asserted that Pacquiao overcame de la Hoya in their 2008 fight because he was the quicker fighter. He remarked, for example, when Pacquiao first faced de la Hoya, I knew that Hoya was struggling with weight and all that, and I understand that, but I still remember that I picked that one that Pacquiao would win. You claim that although de la Hoya is bigger, stronger, and has a power advantage, the other guys are faster. That will give you an advantage. It was also a disadvantage.
Greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, it's in his background, where he came from. That there's something about, just like a Sugar Ray Leonard had that something about him when he's a junkyard dog, when he has to be a junkyard dog. And with all the intangible gifts that
I am one of the people that think Crawford is very, very special, Atlas added, praising Canelo Álvarez's impressive career. I'm not saying Canelo is not special, but I think he's special in a different way where he has instincts that not everyone has. The X factor is the timeliness of his instincts, as well as his intangibles once more. Pacquiao, the 8-division champion, will be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame over the first weekend of June. He will then turn his focus back to Barrios, a 30-year-old who wasn't even alive when the Filipino legend made his professional debut in 1995. However, earlier this month, the World Boxing Council placed Pacquiao back in its rankings at number 5, and the hand-picked battle against Barrios is thought to be highly winnable. After a protracted bout with Pacquiao didn't work out last year, Barrios changed tactics and faced Abel Ramos in November, ending in an unexpected split draw. Don't worry about it, Pacquiao remarked with a smile when a group of reporters questioned him about the 16-year age difference and the risks of going back now. Anyone at this age finds it difficult to accomplish what Manny is attempting to do, but if anyone can, it's Manny. In a statement sent to The Ring by his publicist Fred Sternberg, Roach Pacquiao also hinted that his son Jamuel might make his professional debut on a bill that is also anticipated to include Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora, the junior middleweight champion of the World Boxing Council, rematch.
We're here in Manila with the great legendary champion Manny Pacquiao, and Manny is announcing the creation of the memorial for the 50th anniversary of Ali Frazier, the Thrill in Manila.
That was 50 years ago.
So next October 1st, 2025, many surprises to come, and we will fully support all your efforts.
He's my dad, and even though I'm his kid, I still adore him at 46. Concern exists there as well. During Sunday's Roach ceremony in Hollywood, Jim Ewell told reporters, "But I believe in him. He has demonstrated to us that he maintains his fitness throughout the year, so weight won't be an issue. Being physically fit won't be an issue."
Looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it. Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only champion in 4 different decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's a big thing for big thing for me.
And congratulations, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, good. How are you, man?
The excitement and commotion around Manny Pacquiao is intensifying. As the boxing legend gets ready for the big one on July 19th, criticism regarding his return battle against Mario Barrios continues. The excitement hasn't completely subsided. And for now, that's all. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on the latest news, events, and happenings in the boxing industry. Don't forget to enable alerts so you can be informed when we post high-quality content like this.